R&B money.
I want to get into his real moments, like a boy, which I thought was
Like a Boy.
I think is a crazy fucking
Like a
record.
Boy about to be the shortest story ever.
Oh, shit.
God bless the Clutch. I did like nothing on this record. This is one of the records where, you know, inside the Clutch, when we started
the Clutch?
moving, the Clutch was a company that I co-founded that Carrie and I and Zeke and Balewa and Candace Nelson co-founded. Not that that we co-founded.
Who did y'all kick out?
Huh?
What? Who'd y'all kick out of the Clutch before it
man,
actually
we-
became
I mean,
a car and you put it in the car to make the Clutch? I mean, you know, you know what?
There
Fuck
was-
him.
There
Fuck
was
him.
one guy. We didn't kick him out though. We didn't. Tab was there in the beginning. We did not kick Tab out. Tab just kind of walked his own path. But Tab was there in the beginning.
Oh, wait. Tab got kicked out like me.
Nigga, you didn't get kicked out of the Clutch. You stop it. You stop it.
Jay's thinking kicked
I
out.
mean, Jay was there. Jay was there.
Listen, I was never in the Clutch. I was never
Jay,
in
I
the
was about
Clutch.
to say, Jay-
I was there when
Jay
they
was in
formed.
Miami.
No,
He
I
was
was
there.
there when they formed, but I was never in the Clutch.
First time we worked together was Miami. It was the weekend of Hurricane Katrina.
Yes, it was.
Weekend of
Had to
Hurricane
get the
Katrina.
hell up out of there.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah,
It was the BMI
had to get
the
up
BMI
out of there,
Awards.
bro.
Yeah.
BMI
BMI
Awards.
Awards.
It's raining like crazy out there.
Yes.
What year was that?
2005? 2005.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
2004 or 5.
Was we
It
down
might
there
have been
with Fox when that was happening?
Might have been 4.
I think the
but it was
dog
4
was
or
floating
5.
across
Man,
the
it was
nuts.
tricky.
Okay.
Bruh, it was
Okay.
wild. But we went down there to work, and like Ethiopia and Philean are really the masterminds. They put together a writing camp, and they were like, E brought 3 people from Universal, Philean brought 3 people from Hitco, and they stuck us in the studio. I think we're at Circle House.
Circle House.
Yeah, they stuck us in the studio for like a weekend. We wrote 6 songs, recorded 5.
Yeah.
By the time we left Sunday, by Tuesday, 4 of them hoes was placed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the song I wrote with him got placed. That's why I got kicked out.
But
Get this
we
nigga
did
out of
it.
here. We can't place no records for him.
Yeah,
We did it, and I want to say Epic. Epic had funded it, so all the 4 records got placed with Epic, and we were like, "Oh, that was cool." But then we heard from Larry Jackson. It's like J Records started asking, "Yo, we heard you guys did this thing, and it was pretty cool. Why didn't we get a call?" So then J Records flew us out here, and we did it again. And during that time, me and Zeke came up with the name The Clutch. And Antonio Reed Jr. Was there as well. And that's just because we were at Record Plant. And
Shout out
speaking
Record
of Record Plant, I heard y'all talking. I can't remember who y'all were talking to. You might have been talking to, you were talking to somebody about how when you was popping at Record Plant,
Yeah.
you got a little nameplate on the scooter.
Yeah.
And y'all saying y'all never got a nameplate.
Yeah, we never got one.
I just wanted you to know, y'all know I held on to mine.
You know what? Give my motherfucking money.
Oh, no,
back.
I was about to
Keep
say.
on. Can't take it back,
This nigga
bro.
just flossed us and took our money.
On
Can't
our
take it
part?
back.
And you lucky I don't smash your cupcake, man.
On our part? Disrespectful.
Hey, man. I love this thing. Shout out to
He ain't
Pearl.
even from California.
Shout out to Pearl when the Clutch decided to move the home base, really working in Atlanta. We knew we wasn't going to be out here so much. So I asked Pearl if I could have my nameplate, and she gave it to me. So I've kept it this whole time.
wow.
Stays in my studio.
Wow, Pearl.
But yeah, bro, we did it. We came back out and like did it for Larry Jackson. Inside that session, we figured out how we worked best. Carrie and I were already writing together all the time. Zeke and Candace were writing together a lot. So, you know, what we started doing early is they would split us into 2 rooms. Out of those 2 rooms, we would do 2 to 3 songs a day in each room. So we were turning in anywhere between 4 and 6 songs a day, and people would just book us for like 5 days or a week.
Yeah.
And then just have 30, 40 songs.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we worked that way. And after stuff started picking up, what we decided to start doing was, all right, so that everybody eats fairly, whatever records are created,
split 'em.
on this trip, we're splitting. Mm-hmm. We're splitting. So the crew showed up, and they murked Like a Boy. Funny thing is though, we actually wrote Like a Boy for Kelly Rowland. Wrote Like a Boy for Kelly Rowland, which is hilarious because, like, fast forward a long time, I end up in session with Kelly Rowland maybe a year or so later in Atlanta. And we're in session, and she's like, JQ, what I really want is a record like that Like a Boy song. Shit. And I was like, stop. And she was like, what? I was like, Kelly, stop. And she was like, I'm being serious, JQ. I was like, we wrote Like a Boy for you. She was like, why didn't you let me hear it? We did. Now, the A&R that we sent it to happened to be in the room. And we're like, we sent it to him.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
And it's the only time I've seen fire in Kelly's eyes. Because Kelly is actually the sweetest person in the music business.
Yes.
And Kelly turned and looked at him and said, you don't make another decision about a record without me. And I was like, oh, kind of like that. I like that attitude.